Welcome to the 10 hidden reasons you struggle to manifest, heal, or change. And this is a transformational talk on overcoming resistance and embracing true growth. It's your friend here, Dr. Mpalyenkana of Tap the Good Spiritual Counseling and Transformational Coaching Services. I know I was supposed to record day 4 of the job manifestation series with Ho'oponopono, but I thought I would add in this video for all my friends who are seeking for jobs or any sort of healing, because I've realized that a lot of people they have the right intention to really break free and heal and transform their lives and manifest and live life on their terms, but they don't. So I decided to offer this talk on my take on 10 reasons why you struggle to manifest, heal, or change. By the end of this session, you will understand the hidden reasons why manifesting, healing, and transformation may not be working for you, and more importantly, how to break through these barriers. You see, we live in an instant gratification society, but true transformation requires time and commitment. So the first reason why we don't manifest, heal, or change is seeking quick fixes. When I was going through a very intensive healing process one time, my therapist told me, Jacent, it's very easy to throw a stone in the lake, but it's so hard to go in that lake and find that same stone. When you start getting into the lake to get the stone, you're going to meet so many other stones. You're even going to doubt if the stone that you're seeking for is what you're choosing. There's so much that is going to go on before you find that little unique stone that you threw into the lake. And that is healing. Some problems are very easy to manifest, like it could be very easy to create a problem. And you might have fun creating that problem. But healing that problem might be difficult, because we have to remember that negative habits, which literally create our problem, for the most part create our problems, have departments, sisters, brothers, extensions, and other creations. So if you have created your own problem of maybe being addicted, creating or running to addictive behavior to run from a problem, and you drink, you continue drinking and you enjoy the alcohol or whatever else you're drinking, or maybe it's weed, or maybe it's any other substance that you're using to escape to. That process could be fun, it could be joy, you could be feeling better, lighter, but getting out of it is going to be challenging, because you ran from yourself, because it was self-created. So that you, the person who created the problem, you have to be the one to get out of it. And then you have to understand the inner workings of your mind, and also understand that the consciousness that created the problem is not the consciousness that heals the problem. So there is so much to healing than what most people think. And yes, it's so easy, but because we make it so difficult, that's why there is so much to it. So seeking quick fixes is one of the main reasons why we never change, why we never manifest. And psychologically, there is a concept called the hedonic treadmill. We quickly turn to our baseline despite temporary external changes. For instance, someone who jumps from one healing technique to another but never integrates the work, because you got a little bit from this technique and then you go to the next. You're not really focused. You're not taking things in. You want a quick fix. So if this technique or this session doesn't give you what you immediately want, you think it's not working, so you go to the next. So the solution is to adapt a process-oriented mindset. Focus on steady progress, not overnight results. And that brings me to point number 2, doubt. The reason why you don't focus on steady progress is because you have a lot of doubt in yourself, in probably the person who is offering the session, or you believe that your problem is so big that the solution that is available is so small. So you have all this doubt, and that's why you keep running from session, from therapist to another, or from solution to the next. Doubt creates resistance, and it blocks the energy needed for manifestation and healing. Psychologically, self-fulfilling prophecy. Remember that your beliefs shape your reality. For instance, a person affirming abundance but constantly worrying about money reinforces scarcity. Identify doubts and replace them with certainty through small wins and gratitude. To release doubt, you just have to deny it your attention. Let it die, okay? So you act in spite of doubt. You go and redo that session in spite of doubt. You move forward. Like if for instance, if you're taking therapy and they tell you it's going to get better, believe it in spite of the doubt. Okay? If you want to lose weight, you can't lose weight by going to the gym in a day. No, unless you go for surgery, which is another story altogether. But even then, you have to heal. So the process of healing is a process. Like I said, it can be a short thing. Unless the problem is solid or whatever you're trying to resolve can be resolved by a quick fix. Remember that quotation by Henry Ford? Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you're right. So whatever you think, you are. If you believe, that's it. There are times I call my mom and I tell her about something that is bothering me. And my mom has a way of counseling me and telling me a story. For the most part, there is no evidence. There are no facts. There is nothing. She's on the phone. She's thousands of miles away. But by the time I'm off that call, I'm feeling so empowered. You know why? Because I believe her. Because I trust her. Because, belief is so amazing. I just believe whatever she's telling me, and then I feel better. I just believe the story that she's using to help me snap out of my illusion, and immediately I feel better. And for the most part, she doesn't even have the facts. She just gives me a story or speaks to me in a parental way, and that's it. As soon as I believe what she's telling me, I'm good to go. So your belief, what you think, what you believe is going to heal you. If you use your belief to believe in the process you're taking to heal yourself, it's going to work miracles for you. And then the other issue number 3, is believing that your problem is so unique and it needs a mystical solution. Sometimes we resist simple solutions because they seem too ordinary. Like Ho'oponopono. It's so simple. It's, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. But it's one of the most healing modalities in this world. I remember Dr. Lane. Was it Dr. Lane? Yeah. He healed thousands of, I think 600 mentally unstable patients in a hospital in Hawaii, in a psychiatric hospital, by just doing Ho'oponopono, by focusing on the problem and resolving it. Ho'oponopono is so powerful for those who know how to use it. But because people think, it's just so four statements, what's it going to do for me? They doubt it. So they go through the session with all this doubt. And then because you're doubting, it ain't going to work for you. It ain't going to work for you. So the idea is to really understand that your problem is not unique. And then philosophically, I don't know if you know about Occam's razor. The simplest solution is often the best. Solutions are not these massive, emergence avalanches. Sometimes solutions are so simple, and all you have to do is to believe in them. For example, a person refusing traditional therapy, waiting for a divine revolution instead. You are refusing to take on, say, a session on YouTube or, EFT, the advanced emotional technique, or, I don't know, Ho'oponopono or Reiki or meditation or breathing methods or breathing meditation or whatever. And you think, no, that can heal me. And it could. And it can. At least it will give you clarity. So the solution here is embrace proven methods without overcomplicating the healing. Do not create a mountain out of your problem. Know that it's in you and it cannot be without you. You are supreme to this so-called problem. And you also have to remember that there is nothing permanent. Even if you think the problem is the same and it's been reoccurring for a while, at the very least you changed, because you're not the same body that you were a second ago. You're not the same person. Everything is always changing. You are the only constant, and you can observe this problem. It can't be more unique than you. You're more unique than it is. It's just something that came, and it's something that can go. And then the other issue number 4, is using prayer, meditation, or personal development as a temporary plaster. Many people turn to spirituality only in crisis, but never commit to daily practice. It's like when something goes wrong, this is when you say, oh my God, help me. Or when something is wrong, this is say, oh my God, let me give back. You're using prayer, meditation, and personal development as a temporary plaster. The key idea here is cognitive avoidance, using distractions instead of dealing with the root cause. For example, someone meditating but avoiding necessary action steps like setting boundaries. It's like we want a quick fix. It goes back to point number 1. You want a quick fix, so you think, let me go to God and pray once, and everything is going to work out. Or let me meditate once a year, and then all my stress and anxiety is going to go away. Or let me read a book every 10 years and read 2 pages, and everything is going to change. No, it's not. So the solution here is make spiritual practices a habit, not a rescue plan. Meditation should be like brushing your teeth, because it's cleansing your mind, releasing all that stuck energy in your system. Meditation is so powerful. The solution is to also know that you are worth it. You deserve to work on yourself on a daily basis. Your mind needs maintenance. You need to sustain, maintain, nourish, clean, tone yourself, because everything outside you is always changing. You cannot be the same person. Of course, you are changing, but you cannot take the same mind every day to deal with the ever-changing world. So we have to consistently study, meditate, and fall in love with personal development, because whatever resources we give to ourselves, these are the resources that we use when in trouble. It's about becoming stronger than your environment, getting ahead of the changes that are to come. And it brings me to this quotation that I love, that the stronger get stronger and the weak fall apart. So what makes people stronger? Strength is not this robust way of having the ability to kick somebody's butt physically. Strength is knowledge, that resilience, that knowingness, that bring it on, baby. I got me. You ain't gonna destabilize me. You can flip, you can scream, let the economy change and let the governments change. I am enough and I know who I am. A divine instrument created in the same image of God. The Lord is my shepherd. Like having that profound confidence in who you are. And also nourishing it, feeding it, sustaining it, and continuously feeding and maintaining your relationship with yourself. And there is this quotation, phrase from the Bible, James 2:26, faith without works is dead. So you could have all the faith you need, but you gotta keep feeding that faith. And you gotta keep feeding your mind with good stuff, with good books, with good quotations, even with silence, with good. You gotta develop your mind into a bulldog mentality kind of mind, whereby nothing outside you has the power to change how you feel. And then point number 5 is lack of gratitude. Taking without giving back. Oh my God, that is a big one. There are so many clients who have come to me and they had nothing, and I helped them get jobs, get married, whatever. And when they get there and I tell them, listen, gratitude is going to sustain you. When you get where you are, please remember where you're coming from. Even if it's not me, at least give it back. Pay it forward. And they don't. They get where they want to get and they don't look back. They don't give back. Okay, they get good jobs. They never look back. They don't even come to my channel to say thank you. They could send a little thank you, but that's right about it. But neuroscience of gratitude has practically proven that practicing gratitude rewires the brain for abundance. Look at the wealthiest religions on earth. I think one of the wealthiest people are the Jews. They give. These guys, what's the word? They make promises of money. They say, I'm gonna give you $10,000 at the end of this month, when they don't even have it. They give checks like they are always giving, because when you give, when you're grateful, it is telling your subconscious mind, it's telling the universe that you have more than enough. It's overflowing. You have enough to give back. You have more than you need, so you're giving back. And when you give, it also shows that you don't have fear. It means that, let me give back. Let me look back and give back to people who have been there for me, because I believe I'll get more. So holding on to what you've received is a sign of fear. It's a habit of fear. You are afraid that you will never get enough. And guess what? You won't get enough. You are going to break down. Things are going to begin failing for you. You're going to fail. If you don't have gratitude, you don't have anything, literally. And gratitude, nullifies greed. Gratitude precedes abundance. When you are grateful, oh my God, and you think about giving and helping and looking back, you are onto something. A person receiving financial help but never showing appreciation or paying it forward will always be broke. So the solution is start a gratitude channel, a gratitude ritual, and intentionally give back. And especially look back to the people who have helped you in some way and give back, you guys. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Like you see, even when you watch this YouTube channel, the least you can do is click a like, click a thank you. Subscribe. Those things are free. All you have to do is take a deep breath and do it. But you come here and take and take and take and take and take. How are you going to receive anything from the universe when you're not giving back? Remember, what you give to yourself is what you receive. So for me, gratitude is big. It's big, big, big. So point number 6 is being unconscious of the positive changes happening. Growth is gradual, and we often overlook small victories, yes. And psychologically, this is called negativity bias. We focus more on setbacks than progress. For example, someone in therapy expecting instant breakthroughs, ignoring small emotional shifts. And another example I could give you about, some of my clients is, for instance, they are going through the therapy, they are showing up, but they're like, oh my God, I've done so much, I've done everything. No, you have not done everything. You cannot do everything there is out there to do. It's infinite. So you're chunking up things. You've lived for 30, 40, 50 years and you've only done work on yourself for 1 year or 1 week, and you think, oh my God, that 1 week of work is going to change everything, all the baggage you've accumulated for 50 years. No, it won't. Unless you're doing it full-time 24/7. It depends on how much you have accepted as your truth. It depends on how much negativity you have within you. It depends on the number of negative beliefs you have carried since you were born. So the more you have carried as negative, the more you have to do to release and let go. There is a shortcut, but it's a very narrow road, and it's so difficult for most people, and that is leaving everything and awakening to yourself. But if you're deep in shit and really going through a hard time, it will be so hard for you to let go, surrender, and awaken to yourself. So if you want to go the psychological way, then you gotta do the work. Don't expect to do one session or 10 or 20 or to do a session for a week, even a year, and don't expect that your entire life is going to change. If you, for instance, another thing I think I've realized is that people, like, they meditate in the morning and immediately after meditating they start complaining, and then they listen to, say, a Ho'oponopono session or whatever, and immediately after that they think negatively. They go back to their negative ways. So it's like taking a shower and then going back in the mud, taking a shower and then going back in the mud. Like it's like a dog chasing its own tail. You won't get anywhere. So the solution is to track progress through journaling or reflection. Take your life seriously. Sit down every day and say, what did I do right today? Did I think positively today? Like, be conscious and mindful of what you're thinking, how you're feeling. And the one other thing I heard from Dr. Joe Dispenza that it was absolutely mind-blowing is that when you feel about what you're thinking, and also start thinking about what you're feeling. Okay, so he said, when you feel about what you're thinking and also start thinking about what you're feeling, you will never change. And let me break it down. For instance, you think about something, and then the thoughts, the brain captivates the thoughts, and then one thing leads to another. I won't take you through the biology, and then it creates a chemical reaction into your body, and ta-da! Then there is an emotion. I have summarized the whole process. So you think, and then every thought has a chemical reaction, and then an emotion is created, especially if you're thinking longer than 90 seconds. This is when the brain starts creating a chemical reaction to reflect on your thought. So when you think and then feel, and then also go beyond to feeling and then thinking. For instance, you wake up one morning and you're not feeling well emotionally, and you don't even know why you're not feeling well, but then you start thinking about it. You literally start creating stories about why you're feeling negative. You draw back, you take back your mind to the year ago or what happened yesterday, and then you start thinking about your emotion. You don't even know why it's there. It's your body revealing the chemical imbalance in you, and then you start defining it. So it's a circle, a double trap. You're thinking, and then feeling, and then you're feeling, and then thinking. You never change. You're trapped. So it's about being conscious of how you're feeling, being conscious of how you're thinking, being conscious of the small wins, of how, of the new behaviors within yourself. And also be remembering that progress, not perfection. Small steps lead to the top. You may not be able to jump or fly, but every step you take takes you to the next level. All right. Then point number 7 is fear of process. Fear of the process. Healing is painful, you all, and many people stop when discomfort begins. Healing is painful. It's like having something like, I grew up in Africa, and we had something called a jigger. A jigger is some little insect that lives in dust. And if you go in the dust and you play in the dust, especially if there were animals there, it's like a tick. That little thing is going to go in your foot, and then it's gonna dig deeper, and first you won't know, you will feel a little itch, but it will go in your foot underneath the surface of the skin and start sucking your blood. And then before you know it, your foot is so swollen and it's bouncing, it's pounding. And so you have to remove the jigger. Now, removing the jigger is not easy. Literally, you have to scream. They have to get like a safety pin and put it in heat and start opening that area of your foot and slowly going around the jigger and removing it. The bigger the jigger, the more painful it is. And when they remove the jigger, oh no, you're gonna remain with that little bruise, even maybe even a big wound that you will have to put medicine for the wound to heal. That is healing. That is healing. Discomfort is part of healing. If you've been holding on to this big load, emotional load for a very long time, when you start healing, like for instance, when you do EFT, the tapping technique, you're gonna feel tired because you've been holding shit and stuff for so long, and finally you put it down. You're gonna feel how tired you are because you have put something down that was weighing you down. So healing is painful. Don't stop when discomfort begins. Psychologically, there is the pain-pleasure principle. We avoid discomfort even when it leads to growth. If you go to the gym, there is no way you're going to grow that muscle if you're afraid of lifting weights. And the more you go to the gym, the more aches you will feel. But the more you go, the better you'll feel. It's a double whammy. There is no shortcut. That is the price you pay for healing. Discomfort is part of it. So the solution is embrace discomfort as part of transformation. And Joseph Campbell once said that the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Point number 8, believing that you're separate from God and that you must do everything alone. This is a big one. When you believe that you're this sad, soulful, isolated, rejected individual, you're finished. When you separate yourself from your creator and you forget that God dwells within you, God, I'm talking about this frequency, this energy that's created this entire world. If you believe that you're separate from it, that's it. You're done. It's over. You're like the prodigal son that ran away from the father and said, I'll do this on your own, on my own. Give me my portion. Don't take your portion from God, from the infinite. You are a divine instrument created in the same image of God in a definite body, but within you is infinite frequency, is God running your show when you are asleep. The intelligence that gets all your organs to operate, your heart to beat, your nervous system, your cells to recreate every second. You are not separate from God. That alone can literally set you free. A person refusing to surrender, believing self-reliance is the only way, that's an example. Sometimes oneness, various spiritual traditions emphasize that we are never separate from our source. It's about going back into your heart and remembering that you're one with God. Every heartbeat is a gift from God. Every heartbeat, that's God doing the beating. That's God giving the power, the heart to beat, you guys. That alone will help you to surrender and know that you're not separate from God. So practice surrender, trust divine timing, and co-create with God. This is about being patient. Once you start surrendering, it doesn't mean that magic is going to happen. No. Things are going to work out. God doesn't have a face. God gets things done without doing nothing. You will never see his hand being risen. Sometimes he works through other people, and he's not even a he or she. But God is magical. Magic itself beyond it. Once you start trusting God, magic will become your way of living. Okay? Like things will start working out together for your good. Point number 9 is external underestimating the help the universe provides. Help often arrives in unexpected forms, but we dismiss it due to judgment. You judge the YouTube channel, you judge, that person that is giving you a message. You asked for a sign, and maybe somebody who looks kind of like homeless comes and gives you a message, and you're like, that person is homeless. What do they know? They seem dumb. That is psychologically that confirmation bias. We expect solutions to look a certain way. You think that your solution is going to look a certain way. No. Then why didn't you create it? If you don't have solutions, you should be open to how they appear. For instance, someone ignoring wisdom from a janitor but listening to a rich entrepreneur. So the solution is to stay open to guidance from any source and believing that everybody you meet, whether they are homeless, whether they're acting insane, even if they don't have teeth, the kingdom of God dwells within them and they are extensions of God. In Hebrews 13:2, it's written, do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for some have entertained angels unaware. That stranger, that seemingly insane, dirty person might actually be an angel, might be your solution, might be the savior. So this is about respecting everyone, being kind, being conscious, and being open to where the solutions are coming from. And then point number 10, this is a good one, is attaching to your problem but thinking that you want to change. There are so many people who are like, I want to change, but they don't. They are so attached to their problem. They talk about their problem every day. They think about their problem every day. And even if you give them a solution, they come to you, oh, you know what? Things are not working for me. And then you tell them exactly, you give them a suggestion, but they come the next day, oh, things are not working for me. And then you give them the solution the next day, and they come the next day, oh, things. Okay, so they are attached to the problem, but they think they want to change. Thinking, believing, feeling about the problem is attaching to it. For instance, someone complaining about a toxic job but never leaving because they enjoy the drama. You don't like your boss, you don't like the job. You say it's killing you and you wish you would die. And you want to kill everyone at the job, but you keep going back. Oh my God, we are really funny. So the solution is to identify hidden attachments to suffering and committing to real change, and to identify our secondary gains, the hidden benefits of staying stuck. Are you trying to punish someone? Are you saying, you know what, I'm going to be stuck because my parents didn't love me. I wish they would see me stuck so they know what they did. But you're punishing yourself. So you must be willing to let go of the life you plan to have, the life that is waiting for you. Again, you must be willing to let go of the life you planned to have, the life that is waiting for you. All right. So in summary, 1, stop seeking quick fixes. Commit to the process. 2, doubt blocks manifestation. Replace it with faith. 3, your problem isn't special. Simple solutions also work. 4, spirituality is a practice, not a band-aid. 5, gratitude creates flow. Give back. Look back to the people who have held your hand and give back. 6, acknowledge small wins. Progress is gradual. 7, embrace discomfort. Growth requires it. 8, you are never separate from God. Surrender and trust. 9, help comes in unexpected forms. Stay open. 10, be honest. Do you really want to change, or are you attached to your struggle? So ask, which of these reasons resonated with you the most? Challenge them to take one action step in the next 24 hours. You have everything you need within you to heal, manifest, and transform. Once you remove the resistance that stands in the way, you can begin by clicking a thumbs up on my video, maybe, and commenting about how you felt or what resonated with you the most. And if you haven't subscribed, that would be amazing. If you subscribe, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. All right, guys, I'm sending you abundant love from my heart to yours. Keep shining.